a little bit about everything. I was talking to a friend of mine, and he wants to fabricate a fire barrel. Okay, he came to me. He had a 55-gallon drum, metal drum. You find these in industrial applications to hold glue and other various materials. But he had an empty one, and it's in pretty good shape. And he wants to do bonfires, or a little fire pit, or fire barrel, in this case, since it's a barrel, right? And what I'm going to do with that is, today is September 26th, 10:30 a.m. It's Sunday. Okay. Take the barrel. You can use the line on the barrel as your cutting line. I'm going to cut it off at the first line, and then poke some holes in the bottom for air, so it can draw air. Because if you made a fire in here right now, it wants to draw air from the bottom, and if there's no air at the bottom of those barrels, that fire will not be maintained. And step 3, what's left over from the barrel can be tacked on to the bottom and used as a stand. And what's going to be left might be too high, so I'm going to make 2 cuts inside of that barrel and weld the cap onto the base. So that's the plan. Shouldn't take long to make, so let's get on with it. This is some of the safety equipment, right? Eye protection, ear protection, and this protection is to protect your throat from a disc if it breaks. That could easily throw some debris your way, right, when you're cutting, okay? And hand protection. There are, for most part, 2 discs. There are more things you can put on there. You can put wire wheels or ceramic discs for cutting ceramics or cement or that kind of product, or something to grind down steel. Okay. This is just a 4.5-inch grinder. This one happens to be a Bosch. Had it forever. It's a good grinder. Never wore out the brushes on it or anything. This is a grinding disc. It says cutting wheel, but it's more of a grinding disc. Okay. The arbor's 7/8. Straight center, abrasive material, aluminum oxide, so it's not for cutting carbides. Carbides. Maximum spin rate is 1330, 1000 RPM. It says here pipes, rods, solid materials, okay? It's wider, okay? This is a cutoff wheel, okay? It's for thin materials or cutting through something fast. And once again, 7/8, 1330 max. 2017, had them for a while. The thing is with this, compared to this you can grind off material or sharpen something. This is sole purpose is for cutting. And you can't deviate from the cutting line too much because it'll break and shatter and throw out debris at you. Okay? But this is what I'm going to be using. So just get that in there. Make sure the steel shim is facing the machine. Just tighten down. Press the stop. And give it a little snug, and that's it. Ready to go. So this is the drum. Bottom isn't rotted out on it. So I'm going to cut here evenly. And then take another cut over here and weld that to this. Okay. I hope it cuts easy. I'm going to keep on going till that's done. Not much left on this one. That's it. Right. Oh yeah. So as the wheel gets smaller, the RPM slow down, so your cut changes. So you got to adapt to the cut speed. Right. So if this spins less faster because it has a smaller radius, you got to slow down your cut feed. If not, you burn it out faster, right? So don't forget to deburr the edges, okay? People can get cut on that, right? So I sliced this right in the middle of the ring here. The reason being is this should sit within this ring. Okay. Give it a place to sit. Okay. So now I'm going to deburr this and drop some welds around here and poke some holes in here around the base so the fire can breathe. Okay, so I'm going to switch over from that cutting disc to this. It still says metal cutting wheel, okay, but it's a lot wider, so I'm going to use it as a deburring tool. I'm not afraid of this one shattering. Just put marks on where I expect to weld, so I don't have to waste a disc grinding the whole bottom of the barrel and making it weak. So I'm just gonna grind these corners off, and they'll accept a little bit of MIG weld. So every place I put a mark, I ground off some surface and gave it a ground for the clamp, for the MIG clamp, ground clamp. And these are going to be the tacking areas. Okay. The barrel, that barrel kept on falling into the base. So I had to tack some washers to give it a better chance so I can weld it. Okay, so I'm going to try that out. It seems to be holding the barrel correctly. So now I'm going to weld these 4 spots. To make sure that the fire has enough air, you got to poke holes in the bottom of the drum. And I'm using a metal hole saw with a cordless drill, Makita drill. And model is, that's what I'm using, DDF 453 Makita. Works great. As you can tell, since the webbing or the end of the drill isn't a point, I can't start off with this drill. I started off with a 1/8 drill bit, and then, see what I mean? You gotta poke a little hole in there first so this bit can start making chips. Okay? And there you go. That's how you make a barrel fire pit.